Hi, I'm Angie Killian, and I am recording this presentation for my communications class at WGU. I would like to start by playing kind of a guessing game, and I'm going to describe a disease, and you will try to guess what that disease is. All of these statistics were taken from the Immunizations for Public Health website. Your first clue is this. At the beginning of the 20th century, it is estimated that about 8,000 people would die each year from this disease. In the early 1900s, 1 out of every 200 children born in the United States died because of this illness. In 1934, there were over 264,000 reported cases of this disease. A vaccine was created in the 1940s, which helped decrease the infection rate. Presently, most deaths from this disease are in children younger than 12 months old, at a rate of about 50 deaths per every 10,000 infants. This disease is mostly spread to those infants by family members. And the disease that I have described to you is whooping cough, which is caused by the Bordetella pertussis virus. Right next to me here is a graph of the reported cases from 1922 all the way until 2013. The numbers were taken from the CDC's website, and I actually made the graph in Excel because I think it shows visually the kind of the trend of whooping cough. So it started out really high in the 1920s, 30s, 40s. By the time we hit 1960, it's actually really low, and it stays low until about 2003, when all of a sudden we're going back up. Research suggests that even though the pertussis vaccine isn't as effective as it once was, it should still be given with regular boosters because it reduces the severity and length of whooping cough, and vaccinating pregnant women can help install immunity in newborns who are most at risk for complications with the disease. Scientists have found that people who have been infected with the Bordetella pertussis virus who have received the pertussis vaccine experience a decreased length and lessened severity of whooping cough. And when a pregnant woman is vaccinated, she passes on immunity to her newborn child, and it also limits the child's exposure to the virus by having the mom not bring it into the home as well. So we'll start by talking about how the vaccine helps those who do become infected with whooping cough and develop the illness. As I mentioned earlier, the vaccine isn't 100% effective. In fact, the CDC estimates that the childhood vaccine has an effective rate of about 80 to 90%, and the adult vaccine is about 70% effective in the long run. And some might ask, why get the vaccine at all if it's not going to guarantee protection? But here are 2 important reasons why everyone should get the vaccine. First of all, it decreases the length of the illness. A 2014 study by Barlow and colleagues studied a group of kids aged 6 weeks to 18 years who had whooping cough, and they found that children who had been vaccinated, and I quote, stopped coughing significantly more rapidly than unvaccinated patients, end quote. The same study also found that the vaccine helped keep the disease from becoming life-threatening. They dictate vaccinated cases were significantly less likely to be hospitalized or develop serious illness. So now that I've discussed the benefits for vaccinating individuals and children, let's move on to talking about the advantages of vaccinating expectant moms. When a pregnant woman is vaccinated, her immunity is transferred to her newborn baby. And this isn't really important because babies are most likely to experience severe complications and have a much higher death rate compared to other age groups who do contract the illness. The CDC recently stated that pregnant women should receive the whooping cough vaccine during the 3rd trimester of each pregnancy. In England, a group of doctors and scientists studied babies whose moms were vaccinated with the pertussis vaccine, and in an article they wrote called Effectiveness of Maternal Pertussis Vaccination in England, an Observational Study published just last year, they wrote that the vaccine's high effectiveness probably results from protection of infants by both passive antibodies and reduced maternal exposure. They don't know exactly how long that immunity lasts, but health officials with the CDC have said that the antibodies will last until the baby can start getting his or her own vaccines, which is the 2-month age mark. Today, I describe research that clearly indicates that vaccinating against the pertussis virus is worthwhile. I went over the facts that it not only helps prevent infection, but it also helps people who have become infected with shorter recovery times and less severe symptoms. In addition, I talked about how the vaccine, when given to a pregnant mom in her last trimester, has been shown to help newborns' immune systems protect against the illness. So although the vaccine is not perfect, it is still valuable as it is the best defense against a very dangerous illness. I hope that after listening to my presentation, you are all more likely to complete the vaccination course for your children and ask your doctor whether a booster shot is needed for you or other adult family members. And I especially would like to encourage pregnant moms to receive another booster in their last trimester. Thank you.